What is your name?
My name is Nora A. Isidro.
Laura, how old are you?
Now I'm already 33 years old.
Single or married?
I'm already married.
With how many children?
I have 3 kids.
They are how many boys and how many girls?
I have 1 girl and twin is 2 is boy.
So, Laura, do you have any working experience as a domestic helper?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
First time I worked in Singapore for 4 years. I finished my contract. Then I go to Kuwait for 2 years. And after I'm working in Kuwait, I working in Egypt for 2 years also. And then I go back to Philippines. Then I delivered my twin son. And then I stay in Philippines for 4 years. And then I go back in Hong Kong to work. Only 3 months and a half.
You mean you're working in Singapore 4 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Is a domestic helper?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, after you're working in Singapore, you go to Kuwait.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the job in Kuwait?
I also domestic helper. I take care of the princess.
The Francis.
Yes, ma'am.
You take care of the children or the baby?
No, it's this 42 years old princess from the royal family.
From where?
The royal family. The president daughter. Yes, ma'am.
You mean in Kuwait you take care of the princess?
Yes, ma'am.
The princess, you chef only one princess?
Only one princess.
Is how old the princess?
42 years old.
42 already.
Yes.
Then in Singapore, did you take care of the children or the baby?
The children is 4 years old and a half and 6 years old and a half.
Then after the grade, you go to Egypt.
Yes, ma'am.
Also working for the domestic helper?
As domestic helper also, but I take care also the cousin of the from the Kuwait employer is a princess also.
Also the princess?
Yes, ma'am.
How old is this princess?
Same age of my employer in Kuwait.
So you're also working in Egypt. How
Yes,
long you working in Egypt?
2 years.
You finish, you go back to Philippines and then
Yes,
you give birth, you have the twins, you stay in Philippines until the twins are up to 4.5 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you go to Hong Kong.
Yes, ma'am.
As I know, you go to Hong Kong, you're working for one employer.
Yes, ma'am.
You also fool my agents to go to Hong Kong.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can you tell me what's the reason you quit the job?
I quit my job because my employer is giving me only 1.5 hours sleep and then no enough time to rest. Even I'm sleeping, he making me wake up and then asking to do something.
For example, she wake up you for what?
For example, they asking me for heating some food or tea because they are eating and even the middle of the night. And then I'm taking care also the 3 years old and a half boy. I need to wake up to always change the clothes because they're covering for 3 blanket and then always very wet and pacifier her body. That's why I need to wake up many times. That's why I'm sleeping also is not enough. But the job, I do everything. That's why my employer never complained to me. Only I complain that never give me the enough no sleep.
So do you think how many hours you will take a good sleep?
I need of course the 4 hours even because then I have strong to work properly everything. Then my mind is very clear.
So now in Philippines, how many hours you will sleep at the night time?
And sleeping in Philippines is long time because this is my own country and then my children I take care.
Do you think you cannot sleep or you are not sleep enough time? This is different.
Yes, ma'am.
In Hong Kong, did you mix your family?
Sometimes only.
But not feel too homesick, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Only the employer can, not give the enough time to you to sleep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if now you have the chance to, you want to work to Hong Kong again,
Yes, ma'am.
then what's the job you prefer to work?
Everything I can do, I can take care of the children, and then cooking also and marketing also I'm doing, and all the household chores I take care of them.
So how about the baby? Do you think you can take care of the baby?
I can take care of the baby.
But take care of the baby, you need to wake up at the midnight.
Yes, ma'am.
But same, you will not of the sleeping time. So I think you will prefer the housework better. Is
Yes,
it correct?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Better you can take care of the children or the baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you know how to cook the food, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what's the food you will cook?
I'm cooking the many dish already because I working there. I learned a lot of this about like menu of the fish, meat, or any seafoods or any meat also I can cook at the soup, and then dessert and any kind of tea. I learned from my last employer.
So do you know how to steam the fish?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me how to steam the fish?
First I clean the fish very clean, and then after I prepare the cooking steaming place for the cooking the fish, and then I prepare the ingredients for the steaming fish, and then depends upon the size of the fish, whether long time to steam or short time, because for the size of the fish.
So this is your way to cook,
Yes,
and then you learn from the last employer.
Yes, ma'am.
How about in Singapore? Do you need to cook?
I can cook also from the Singapore food before I cooking to my employer, because the person is working, so I need to cook the dinner for them every day.
Okay. So I think you will prefer to find the employees do the housework,
Yes, ma'am.
cooking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please show your two hands in front of the camera. Do you want to say anything to the future employer?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Good evening. Ma'am, please help me to work again in Hong Kong. And I promise I do be hardworking again, same I do before. And then I follow all the rules, what you want to decide me to do, everything I do it.
咁Laura 咧，佢就33歲，結咗婚，有3個小朋友，一個咧最大嗰14歲，之後咧就佢做完喺第度做完嘢咧，佢翻嚟咧就生咗對孖嘅14歲半。咁大家而家睇到個樣咧，的確係幾殘下嘅，因為咧佢喺香港咧就最近咧就做咗3個幾月，就個僱主咧就非常之勞役佢。咁每日咧就只係俾好少時間佢瞓覺，咁其實呢件事咧我亦都可以證明係真嘅。咁份 job 咧亦都係佢 quit 嘅，咁個僱主咧就已經係換咗好多個工人㗎啦。咁我相信咧佢而家咧都怕啦，就係佢話我唔敢接一啲 job 咧，就係照顧細路仔。咁佢話我就比較 prefer 就係做家務嘅，因為咧呢個係佢強項。咁其實 so far 咧喺香港嘅時候咧，佢僱主咧亦都即係好欣賞佢嘅工作嘅。咁甚至無嗰陣時湊細路仔都冇話佢唔得嘅，不過就係話佢係即係可能咧已經放低咗一段時間咯。當佢要做翻嘅時候，而個工作量又係好 heavy 嘅話咧，咁佢就未必可以咧即係咁快咧就 adjust 到。咁佢而家 quit 咗翻嚟冇幾耐嘅啫。但係咧，因為佢實在真係太需要工作啦，咁佢又冇辦法，我又真係要再揾工。 咁而家大家見到佢個殘樣咧，亦都因為咧佢今朝等到我而家就大約係11點鐘到，咁所以咧佢亦都非常之辛苦。咁啊，因為係咁等我同佢拍翻個帶。咁我呢度咧，我好高度咁推介俾大家咧，佢係一個好服從性好高嘅人，工作能力其實係好高嘅。咁如果你哋即係已經係想請一個有工作經驗又唔使點教嘅工人咧，又唔囂張嘅咧，咁我喺度極力咁推介阿 Laura 俾你，你放心請佢啊！佢個工作一定係冇問題嘅，佢好自動自覺去做嘢，服從性好高嘅。Okay, Nora, I hope I can see you soon in Hong Kong. Bye bye.
Bye bye, ma'am.